IVC, Dale Gateful 33 here. This is a recent spins video for the month of July 2020. And to be honest, I haven't got much to show. Work's been really busy during July. So outside of spinning new arrivals, which I'll cover in a separate video, I haven't spun much else. So I'll cover off what I have spun and just share that. So and these are in alphabetical order rather than chronological. So this album, AC/DC's Back in Black, I'm sure everyone will kind of know this. So this turned 40 during July, so I gave it a spin. So this is an album that I became aware of when it came out in 1980. So I was 14 years old, and this was ideal for a 14-year-old. So I think a friend got it and I got to hear it, and subsequently probably had it taped for me. Don't tell anyone. And then since then I've had it on CD and vinyl. Yeah, so I gave it a spin, bit of a nostalgia. I must admit the music is great, very familiar to me. I've played this to death in my teenage years, and I've played it sort of since, but I haven't played it for quite a while. And yeah, I think the lyrics leave something to be desired, so I think they would have appealed to Dale, the 14-year-old or 13-year-old, but not so much now. I think it's yeah, I think the lyrics are a little bit questionable, shall we say, on some of this, but a good rocking album. So I don't know how you reconcile that. So I'll use some of these. I don't want to damage the sleeves. So this next one, again, this is a band called Astra, and the album is called The Weirding. Nice cover. This. So this is a what is this? It's a bit of a spacey, proggy, doomy rock, more I guess more prog space psych, and it's some long songs, double album, long songs, really good. I really loved this when it came out. I played it a lot, and again haven't played it for a while, for a few years, and it's kind of one of those in my kind of lists. It's in my kind of top albums lists, but I haven't played it for a while, so I thought, I'll just check whether my tastes have moved on since I have last played this. But no, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, so this is on Rise Above Records, and I've got quite a bit from them sort of a few years ago, but I haven't got so much recently. But yeah, they got some good artists on Rise Above Records. But yeah, Astra The Weirding, sort of thoroughly recommend giving that a listen. It was also Kate Bush's birthday in July. It's turned 62, so yeah, when it was her birthday I gave this a spin because I haven't spun this for a while. So this is the whole story. So this pulls together a lot of earlier singles up until The Hounds of Love. It is up until The Hounds of Love, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, really good. Just a kind of opportunity to spin some of Kate's hits. Can't remember, it may have been Sonny Clark's an anniversary, either his birth or his death, so I also gave this a spin. I've shown this before. This is a great album. Sonny Clark's cool strutting, great opening track, nice good jazz with a bit of funk in it. Well, not funk, it's too early for funk, but funky jazz. So yeah, great album. Cool strutting Sonny Clark. It's an album I've shown before, but I haven't played for a while, so I thought I'd give it a spin. When I can't remember the last time I showed it. I think I showed it on some kind of thread video, and I kind of made a mental note I need to play that again. So yeah, dug it out. So this is Bert Jansch and LA Turnaround. So it's got a bit more of a country acoustic, a bit more of a country type feel to the traditional folk that he would have done previously. It's got a little bit of pedal steel going on it and stuff like that. But yeah, really great album. So it's not as stripped back as some of his earlier pure folk albums. So it's got a bit more going on in it. But I think it's still a very strong album, a great album. I really enjoy it. But it may be my favourite Bert Jansch album. So that's LA Turnaround. This is an original UK copy in really nice condition. This was one that I had been umming and ahhing about whether it stayed in the collection in one of those kind of previous purge. So I do like Meridian, and I like early Meridian, Fish Meridian, but this was one of those albums that was the kind of weakest, and so in one of my kind of love it or lose it phases of purging, this went into the get rid of. But I've now, I guess as part of the lockdown and the reappraisal that's been going on, thought, I'm actually not just going to get rid of albums that I don't love. I'm going to keep them. I know James Griffiths, I did respond to a recent James Griffiths video. He came up with a kind of an outlook that I've latched onto, that you can have records in your collection. You don't know them off by heart, or you don't need to love them. You don't need to keep only the records you absolutely love, because otherwise it become quite boring if every record you pulled out you absolutely knew. And I'm going to subscribe to that in my kind of vein, or hope to try and give myself an excuse for not purging or whatever. And so yeah, this album I previously put back in anyway, but I spun it, and yeah, it's a good album. And I keep it, if not for the artwork alone. It's fantastic artwork. So that's Fugazi by Meridian, if you're not aware. Another album that I played just because I hadn't spun it for a while. I know Rachel, the music mum, loves this album, I think she said on a previous thread, and I like it, and since spinning it I like it more. So I thought this was, beyond the hits, this was really strong, a really strong album. So yeah, I haven't played it for quite a while. Yeah, and this so I gave it a spin and enjoyed it more than I remembered. So that was good. So that's Squeeze and Argy Bargy. And then the last of these is so this is a compilation album. So I think I've mentioned Fruit de Mer, the label. I get all of their stuff and have done for 7 or 8 years now. And this is one it came out just before I was doing that. But I did pick it up at a record fair, sealed at a record fair. And what this is, it's called Re-Evolution. FDM Sings The Hollies. So this is the Fruit de Mer artists doing cover versions of songs by the Hollies. Then some of them are straight covers, and some of them are weird and wonderful covers. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I mean, I do like the Fruit de Mer label. Obviously, their kind of model is it's clear to me. I enjoy it, and typically reimagining or covering either well-known or often obscure and forgotten 60s psych in an interesting way is the template, if you like. There are some new, really recorded, completely new artist albums that go in amongst that, but that's where they started and they still do that. Yeah, Fruit de Mer label, I will do a feature on it at some point, but this album, I spun it, really enjoyed it. And that's it for July. So I'll try and spin more in August. Thanks a lot, cheers, bye.